Welcome to the Mind Fuck Podcast. Yay! Welcome, my friend. Thank you so much for taking time out to hang out with me. I am really grateful you're here. My name is Wonu Alishe, and sometimes I do go by Amazing Soul. Welcome to the Mindfuck Podcast. FCK stands for fun, compassion, and kindness. And on the Mindfuck Podcast, what we essentially talk about is nervous system regulation, how to feel safe in your body, how to build trust between your brain and your body, and also how to start to safely reconnect with the inner child that exists in you and I. We also have I like to call it like a mini tradition where I read a list titled Reminders to Being Human. And the intention behind reading that list is to remind myself and also in the hopes to remind you on your journey. All right. Reminders to being human. Have fun along the journey. Show yourself compassion. Be kind to others. Being complex and being simple can hold true in the same breath. Stay curious. Hold space for pauses. Hold space for not knowing. Never underestimate the power of silence. Nature has a lot of wisdom. Pay attention. There is power in we than I. If nothing else makes sense, come back to love. Pain is our greatest teacher. And the very last one, never underestimate your ripple of existence. All right, now let's get into the fun part of the show. All right, now I want you to imagine this with me. It's early in the morning, your alarm goes off, but you don't get up right away. You just lie there on your bed, and before your feet even touches the floor, your body's already bracing, right? Not because something is wrong in that moment, but because something in you is used to preparing. Something in you is used to staying ready. Something in you is used to protecting you, right? Now, I want to talk to you about that today. That thing that you do, that habit, that pattern, that way of being that once protected you, but now quietly holds you back. Now, I'm not talking about it in a big abstract way. No. I want to talk about it in very real life everyday moments. In the small moments you probably don't even question anymore. Like checking your phone before responding to a message and overthinking what to say, or telling yourself, I'm good, when someone asks you how you are, even when you're not, or keeping yourself busy all day so you don't have to sit with what you're actually feeling in your body. I would love to bring you into a moment from my life. You know, there was a time, especially after I transitioned out of the army, where everything in my life felt off. I mean, I remember mornings waking up in my apartment, sunlight coming through the window, and instead of like feeling calm in my body, my chest felt tight. It wasn't panic per se, it just felt tight. Like my body did not even trust the day yet. And I didn't even understand it at first because logically, I was safe. I wasn't in a high pressure environment anymore. No one was yelling at me. No one needed anything urgent from me. But my body in that moment didn't get the memo. So, what did I do? Of course, I stayed busy all the time. I would wake up, grab my phone immediately, and scroll endlessly, respond to emails, plan my day, fill my mind up. Because the moment I slowed down, the tightness in my chest got louder, and I didn't want to feel it. So, what did I do? I kept moving. Now, on the outside, that looked productive. It looked like I was doing well. But on the inside, I was still operating from protection, from bracing, from constantly bracing. Now, here's the part, my friend, I want you to really hear from me. That pattern, it wasn't random. No. It wasn't me being broken. No. It was something that once helped me to survive in the past, something that helped me to survive in the military. I mean, being alert, being ready, staying ahead, that kept me safe in the army. It made sense then. It worked then. It protected me then, right? Now, here's where it gets very tricky. What protects you in one season of your life can quietly limit you in another season of your life. And your body doesn't automatically update. No, your body keeps running the same pattern because at some point that pattern worked for you, right? Now, fast forward, you're in a different environment, you have a different life, but the same internal response, right? I mean, the same internal response of staying busy, staying alert, not being able to slow down, because slowing down initially feels unsafe, right? And maybe for you, it looks different. Maybe your version of protection is maybe not speaking up. Maybe your version of protection is holding back your thoughts in meetings, even when you have something valuable to say. Because the thing is, at some point, speaking up in your life did not feel safe, right? Or maybe your protection looks like you're always, excuse me, you're always being the strong one. I mean, you're always the one who has it together. You're the one people rely on. But when it's your turn to be supported, you don't even know how to receive the support, right? Or maybe your protection could look like you keep people at a distance. I mean, you don't fully let anyone in. Not because you don't want connection, but because closeness in your life once came with pain. So your system now says, let's not go there again. That's a protection mechanism. Now, I want you to notice something, my friend. None of these things are bad. No, they're not. They are intelligent. They are adaptive. They are your body trying to help you, right? Now, here's the quiet question. At what point does protection become a limitation, right? Sit with that for a moment. I would like to take you into another moment in my life. I remember sitting on my couch one evening. The TV was on. I wasn't really watching the TV. And I noticed something small. My shoulders felt slightly raised. And I wasn't even doing anything stressful. I was just sitting watching television. And in that moment, that's when it hit me. My body did not know how to just be. My body, it only knew how to be on guard. It only knew how to brace itself. And in that moment of that realization, I had a choice. Not a big, dramatic choice, a small one. I could either distract myself again, right? Or I could stay with the sensation or the feeling just for a few seconds. I'm not gonna lie to you, my friend. Staying felt uncomfortable as fuck. Like unnecessarily uncomfortable. Because nothing was happening. Like I wasn't in immediate danger, but my body felt like something should be happening. Right? So I did something simple. I didn't try to fix it. I didn't try to calm myself down. I just noticed the sensation. And I told myself, I'm simply noticing the tightness in my chest. That's it. No story, no judgment of the feeling, just noticing and being aware of the tightness in my chest. And I stayed there for maybe 30 seconds, then gradually a minute. Then I got up and I continued my day. Now, I will say this, nothing magical happened right away. No, but something shifted very slightly. My body did not feel as intense. Do you see, my friend? And this is where letting go actually begins. It's not by forcing yourself to drop the pattern. It's not by saying, I shouldn't do this anymore. No. But by creating small moments where your body realizes, ah, I might be safe now. Right? Because you don't let go of protection by fighting it. No. You let go of protection by updating it. Now, let me say that again in a very different way. You don't tell your body to stop protecting you. No, that's not how it works. You show your body it doesn't need to protect you in the same way anymore. Right? And I'll tell you this, my friend, I will always say this. That takes time. And it happens in very normal, everyday moments. I mean, moments like sitting in your car after you park your car, and instead of rushing out of the car, you choose to pause for a few seconds. Or when you feel the urge to check your phone immediately, you wait just a little, just for a few seconds, and you can go ahead and check your phone. Or when someone asks you how you are doing, you tell the truth, just a little more than usual. That's it. Not everything, not all at once, just a little. Because if you try to drop the protection all at once, at least from my experience, your body will resist. Your body will feel like it's too much to process at the same time. And for me on my journey, I learned this the hard way. I mean, there was a time I told myself, I need to stop overworking. I need to relax. So I tried to slow down completely. And my body did not like that at all. I mean, I felt restless. I felt anxious as fuck. I felt like I was doing something wrong because I tried to slow down all at once. And I almost went back to the old pattern fully because at least going back felt familiar. But then I realized something. I wasn't meant to jump from one extreme to another. I was meant to build safety, internal safety, gradually, right? So instead of forcing myself to rest, I started with small pauses, right? Moments where I stayed with myself without needing to escape. And over time, consistently, my body started to trust those moments. Now, here's something important I will also like to add to this. You might not even realize what you're still protecting yourself from, right? Because the pattern has been there for so long and it starts to feel like you, right? Like, I'm just someone who overthinks. That's what you tell yourself. Or I'm just someone who stays busy, right? It becomes part of your identity. Or I'm just someone who doesn't open up easily, right? But I want to offer you something else gently. But what if that's not who you are? That's just how you learn to stay safe. What if? And if that's true, then letting go isn't about changing who you are. No, my friend. Letting go is about gently separating who you are from what you had to do to protect yourself. Let me bring you into one more moment in my own personal life. There was a day I was just out taking a walk, nothing special. I was just walking. And I noticed I just kept, consciously checking my surroundings. I was just looking around. I was scanning. Right? And again, nothing was physically wrong. It was a quiet, normal day. But the thing was, my body was still in watch mode. I felt on edge. My body felt on edge. And in that moment, instead of judging that feeling, I slowed down my steps just slightly. And I told myself, and I placed my hands on my chest, Wonu, I'm safe right now. Not in a forced way, just matter of fact, because I was safe in that moment. And I did that for a few seconds and I kept walking. And my body softened just a little. That's how this works, my friend. It's not big breakthroughs, it's small softening over time, consistently, right? Not perfection, repeated over time. So if you're listening to this, my friend, and thinking, okay, how do I actually let go? Here's the real answer I want to offer you. You don't start by letting go. No, you start by noticing what's already there, by being aware of your body, what's happening in your body in real time. You notice when the pattern shows up without trying to change it immediately, right? You just notice. You notice and tell yourself, oh, ooh, I'm rushing again. Oh, okay, I'm holding back again. Oh, I'm distracting myself again. That's it. You just notice. And instead of judging what you're noticing, you get curious. And you can ask yourself, what is this trying to protect me from? That curiosity alone is powerful. It can soften the edges, not to analyze it deeply, just to open the question. That's it. And then you create a small moment of something different. A pause, a breath, a more honest response, a slower step. That's it, my friend. That's it. Because over time, those small moments, they start to teach your body something new. That's the power of consistency, my friend. That you can be here without needing to be on guard all the time. Micro moment. And slowly, very slowly, that thing that once protected you starts to loosen its grip. Not because you forced it to, but because it no longer needs to hold on as tightly as it used to in the past. So if I can leave you with this today, my friend, I'll leave you with this. That pattern you're trying to get rid of, it's not your enemy. That pattern, it's a younger version of you still trying to help. And instead of pushing that pattern away or that habit or that behavior, you can meet that pattern or that behavior with a little more understanding, right? And then gently show that pattern of behavior or that version of you that there are other ways to be here now. Not all at once, not perfectly, just moment by moment. So the next time you notice it, my friend, whatever it is for you, I want you to pause just for a second, and ask yourself, am I actually unsafe right now? Or is my body remembering something old? And just sit with that feeling or sensation or whatever comes up in your body. You don't have to figure it out today. No, just start there. As always, my friend, I want to thank you so much for being here. I want to thank you so much for listening. And I'm sending you so much love from my heart to yours. Thank you.